Hey guys, this is Jericho NC. Let's take a look at a few arcane enhancements. In this video I'll be covering Barrier, Grace, and I also have a short discovery towards the end of the video, so stay tuned. First is Arcane Grace. Arcane Grace is a healing arcane which heals 4% of your health per second for 6 seconds. It's triggered when you take damage with a 6% chance of proccing, whether you take damage from any source. Arcane Grace is a very useful arcane. It benefits warframes with high health pools and high armor, like Valkyrie or Chroma, more than most frames, but it can also contribute to the survivability of weaker frames, such as Nova or Banshee. It's worth noting that the more health you have, the more effective this arcane will be, so stacking Vigor with Vitality isn't an entirely crazy idea. Next is Arcane Barrier. Arcane Barrier has a 4% chance upon taking damage to fully recover all of your shields. Sounds like a miracle, right? Well, it's good, but unreliable. You'll never know quite when it will take effect. Shields are simply less effective than health at higher levels, due to them being armorless, but the instant restore the barrier provides can, in some cases, bring them up to par with a moderately armored warframe. The biggest gripe that I have with Arcane Barrier is the low proc chance. 4% is just too low to make it reliable. This got me thinking, can I stack Barrier with itself for a higher chance? The answer is yes. Stacking a fully ranked barrier with another barrier, even if it's not fully ranked, does give you more chance to restore your shields. Whether 2 arcane barriers that are maxed gives you an 8% chance to restore shields, or 2 rolls at 4% is beyond me, but I can tell you that it works, and it works pretty well. After stacking barrier, I asked myself if I could also stack things like Avenger or Grace. The answer is yes. Arcanes that don't rely on duration like Barrier or Eruption can increase the chance of proccing by stacking them even if they are different ranks. However, arcanes that rely on duration are slightly different. I have done some testing, and more is needed, but I believe that arcanes that utilize duration will only stack if they are maxed out. The stack increases the effectiveness of the arcanes and the proc chance, but not the duration. This means that Avenger receives an additional 60% crit chance instead of 30, Grace heals 8% health per second instead of 4%, Guardian receives 120% armor bonus, etc. Remember that in order to stack arcanes, you have to apply 1 to your helmet and 1 to your Sandana, which limits their usage on other frames. The most valuable arcanes like Avenger and Grace also happen to be the most expensive, so while the effects that are shown here are impressive, they are extremely hard to get 2 full sets of, and I can't recommend you trying it yourself. Anyhow, that's all I have to share today. Comment below if you want me to check out an arcane in particular, a warframe, your favorite gun, or just say hi. Thanks for watching, guys.